Hi and welcome back to another story from Reddit, Tales from Tech Support. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for future content. Let's now get straight into today's video. How about now? Working cable internet tech support some years ago. Handling escalations from upset customers. I get an agent telling me that he needs a supervisor because a customer is shut off for non-payment, but says he doesn't believe it, insists it's a technical issue. I mean, seems straightforward, right? If the agent tells you it's because you didn't pay your bill, the odds are they're probably correct. But apparently he's just in some form of denial about it. Okay, send the caller to me. Me? Okay. So I can clearly see here. It's been XX days since your bill was last paid, you're definitely disconnected for non-payment. It's just handled with a simple software thing on our end though. So if we can get a payment now, I can have you back online within minutes. Him? No, I know that's not the problem, it's something else and you guys need to fix it. Now, while this has been going on, I've double-checked the dates, payments, provisioning status of the cable modem. There's no question at all, 100% non-payment. Sir, I'm really sure about this. Our system is very clear about it. And I've double-checked everything to make sure there were no mistakes on the software end. Are you talking about a payment you sent but we didn't register on your account or something like that? No, I know I'm not shut off. Because my TV is still working. Every time I get turned off for a late bill, my TV goes out too, and since it's still on. I know that's not it. Are you still so sure now? This was said with all kinds of attitude and sarcasm behind it. Huh, that's odd, you're right. In that case the TV shouldn't be working. I check, and yes, his cable boxes are still provisioned to active. They shouldn't be. That part is a software glitch. But I didn't think to check that before, I just looked at internet-related things. So then yeah. You tell me how you're so sure it's because of my bill because I'm watching TV right now, more attitude and sarcasm. Well, reader, here's where we get to the title of this post. It's 2 mouse clicks on my side. How about now? It just went out, you just did that, you did that on purpose. Yes, I did. You told me you were getting service you weren't supposed to be getting. I fixed it, that's what they pay me for. Would you like to make a payment now? And that's where they hung up. Disclaimer, because not everything carries through text. I have all kinds of sympathy for those that have difficulty paying their bill. Most of us have been there. I don't have sympathy for those that blame us for it, or treat us like crap because of it. Wind blows, monitor wobbles. At the time these events took place in mid-2005 or 2006, I worked as first third-level tech support for a niche software application. This included basic things like what's the website for updates again? Coupled with coworkers saying, hey BWB79, my printer won't work, can you come to my desk and fix it? And some computer imaging and deployment as well. My role eventually evolved to third-ish levels such as this escalation has been resolved by the developers and needs some upper-level knowledge of the product as well as kid glove handling to smooth things over with the end-user, end tech. We had a companion department as well, who assisted end users with software how TOS and deep dive procedural issues. I receive a warm transfer, shocking, seriously, from coworker in that other department. Coworker. So here's the issue. When the user is in our software, she says her monitor flickers and wobbles. Me? Seriously? Coworker. Yes. And she's already talked to one of you guys over there. I review her ticket logs. And yes, she talked to one of my counterparts over a week prior. Coworker. She says also that it only happens in the afternoon. If she's doing data entry in the morning, there's no problems at all.
Q furrowed brow. I allow the call transfer. Me. Hi. This is Blackwoodbear79 in. User talking so fast she had to have been holding her breath waiting to get this out. Oh. Good. Someone who is not in that other useless department. I've been trying to get through to you tech people for 2 days, not really. Call Q isn't that busy during summer months, and no matter what happens, I can't get this issue to be happening when I'm on the phone. Me. Well, if you could. User. But it's happening now. And I need this fixed. Me. I'll definitely do my best, ma'am, but I need you to walk me through what's going on. She describes how in the afternoon lately she's been having all kinds of issues with her monitor when she uses our program. She's obviously frustrated. She's had her own company's tech people come in to examine the problem, but as she's scheduled them in early morning or after she leaves, they can't duplicate the issue, which is why her actual tech people have never called me about this issue. Me. I'll do my best to help you. But if we need to, is there any way we can get in contact with one of your tech people as well? User. I don't know what those goons will be able to tell you, but I'll email one now. She must not have been sitting at her desk, because I hear her sit down in her chair. There's a noticeable squeak thunk as she pulls under her desk, and all of a sudden I hear it. Lightbulb, I'm sure you see where this is going. User. Oh my, cursing and blaspheming, sweet and fluffy, more cursing. I'm not even in your damned program and it's happening now.
Me. Tell me. Please, you said this only happens in the afternoon? User. Yeah. Me. You wouldn't happen to sit on the south or west side of your office, would you? User. Yeah. Me. When you're at your desk in the afternoon, do you happen to turn on a fan of some kind? User. Yeah. Me. And is that fan on or near the monitor? User. Yeah. Me. Do me a favor, please? Move the fan a hand's width away from the monitor, please. Or if it's on top of the monitor, just turn it off for a minute. User. What's that supposed to do? I hear the chair again, and the buzzing sound goes away. No. It's still. Wait. What did you do? Me. I didn't do anything. The fan on your monitor was causing your screen to wobble. It has to be at least 6 inches away from the screen or you'll get that. I'm guessing you turn on the fan in the afternoon when you're at your desk using our program, and that's causing the problem. User. How in the hell did you know that? Me. I've seen similar in the past, ma'am. Is there anything else I can help you with today? For years after that, she asked for me by name, and, sadly, never ever called me again for bizarre in-office hardware problems. TLDR user had a fan on their monitor, causing CRT wobble, but blamed it on my software. 95% of people watching aren't current subscribers. Please take a moment to subscribe to the channel as it really helps to create better content going forward. Getting banned from calling tech support to only save the company and getting a permanent unban no matter what. Obligatory. This happened about 5 years ago when I worked for an MSP. There is this third-party internet IP phone provider that the MSP that I worked for paired up with. The problem was every time we had to launch one of their services, something was always missed on their end and I would have to go back the next day to complete the transition of services. This went on for over 6 months with me telling them where they were messing up cause it was always the exact same issue. One day I was so fed up with this situation that I did a big no-no. I swore at them out of frustration. This caused their manager to call my manager informing us that I have been banned from calling their tech support ever again because of the harsh words I used. Well, the problem was I was the only on-site tech for the MSP, so I had to do all the installs. To work around this, my boss would order the service. I get the modem and install it, verify that it didn't work and call my manager that again it didn't work. So he would have to call them and tell them that they effed up again. This went on for another 2 months, so now my manager understands my frustration with their service. Now comes a huge project. Our sales department sold a huge package of both direct fiber internet with a hosted PBX system. Their requirements was that they need a dual Cat6 lines run from a storage closet where the fiber optics came into the building all the way back to the network room. Their installer ran the cables, but for one reason or another, one of the lines was faulty. It happens, but the next time their installer could come back out was a week later. The transition had to be completed on the same day or the client would not have internet access or phone service as their old contract were due to expire the next day. 1 o'clock rolls around that their engineers are freaking out cause they can make their current configuration work, so that means the install was a bust. They're on the phone with my manager and CEO trying to figure out a solution when I came back from the field. I'm listening in on their conversation cause I was about to be sent on site to get eyes on the ground and cause I knew their network and cables. As I'm sitting there, I have a huge smug grin on my face trying not to laugh. My manager puts the call on mute and gives me a strange look like I have a solution to this huge problem. My name, why do you look like you know how to fix this? I just nod my head and tell him, I do, but I can't offer my solution cause I'm banned from making contact with them. He tried to get me to tell him so that he can relay the solution, but I refused. He finally asked me what will it take to get me to talk? So my demand was simple. Unban me from calling their support team on a permanent unban so I can yell at their team without recourse. After about 10 minutes and escalating my request up to the president of the ISP, they relented and unbanned me with a permanent mark on my name that I was never to be banned again. For context, the issue is they needed 2 wires from their router to feed 2 different networks, their data and phone networks. The equipment they were using was a media converter and a managed router. They couldn't accomplish the task because one of the Cat6 feeds had a break in the wires somewhere and they couldn't find the break. The solution: the media converter only had one network jack coming out of it and the managed router was what was acting like an edge router dividing the internet and feeding both networks. My solution: separate the media converter, using the known good network cable to feed the network room where they can place the managed router and use jumpers to feed both networks at the rack. My manager's face lit up and knew this would work. I relayed this info to their engineers and they argued that it's not possible until I told them to grab both identical devices and look at them. Finally, after 45 minutes, they agreed that this was the best solution. Needless to say, they were able to complete the cutover by 4:30 that day and I was able to berate their tech support for all of their screw-ups from that point forward. TLDR. Got banned from calling a third-party ISP's tech support for swearing at them because they keep on making the same mistake. Saved their ass on a huge project and getting unbanned for life by the president of the company. Now I get to yell at them till I'm blue in the face.